Hello and welcome back to part 6. So we're just going to jump straight into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is run forward and do a doorway in the other bulkhead straight in front of you. Just like that. And then we're going to start off by taking the orlop deck out in this bit as well, because like the other one we shouldn't have got you to put it in here. So I'll just take that out. So I have the ball and chain here next to me at the minute. I should have slipped her a couple of sleeping pills just before I started recording. She came and invaded the room.
Hi guys!
It's currently 6 AM. So I thought I was going to have a few hours to myself to get this done, but then she just turned up, so yeah.
Nice brew in hand.
A lovely brew.
Okay.
Right, so once you've done that, we're going to do the side walls. First of all, you're going to want to take this red piece out, and you're going to have a little bit of a gap there, so just fill that in with a red block. It's only the tiniest change to the exterior, it won't even be noticeable, just so we can have a nice flat wall. You just do that from one end to the other. Straight down. And then we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. And like in the previous room, we're going to bring that up to where the red bit stops. But remember to take your top block off and replace it with whatever you're using for your platform. And then you're just going to bring the whole wall up then. I guess I would like to use this time to thank MJ Moonwalker, aka George, for his lovely comment on my previous video. It's probably the nicest comment I've ever had on my YouTube channel, and it meant a lot, so thanks a lot for that. Just thought I'd give you a bit of a shout out. So, as it stands, my videos will be uploaded on a Friday. If I can get more done to give you more than one video a week, then I'll do that. I've got a bit of extra time this week, so you might just get 2 this week. But other than that, it's pretty much going to be a Friday because I do have other commitments.
She also has a ball and chain right here.
Yes, ball and chain right next to me. She is part of the problem. But no, I work and I've got a partner that demands attention. So I do get these done as often and as quickly as I can. Will hasn't been here for a little bit, so that's slowed the whole thing down as well, because it's always quicker when I've got him here as well. Hint, hint, Will. So getting back to the video, this platform in this particular boiler room is going to be 4 thick. It's a little bit wider than the previous room because this is a bigger room than the other one. The boilers are also going to be longer in this one. They're not going to be any wider or higher, they're just going to be longer. So obviously once you've done that side, come over to the other side and do the same thing. Just bring it up to the red bit, replace your top block with your platform piece, and repeat the process all over again. I started slightly different on this one. We're going to do the side walls and the coal bunkers before we put the boilers in.
So how long has it took you to do all this, Pips?
What, this bit or the original?
The original.
About 4 months.
Wow.
Yeah, it was me and Will did it in lockdown, you know, with the COVID-19 and all that. I managed to speak him into getting PS4. And Will being Will, wanted to do the Titanic, but not just the exterior, wanted to do the interior. I kind of laughed at him initially. I'm like, what? Like, do you even know how long that would take?
He does like details, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I didn't even know where we'd even start with it. But yeah, we got there. I mean, he found some schematics online and he managed to follow them really well, like I mentioned in video 1. He followed them really well. So, but yeah, it took about 4 months altogether, roughly. Because obviously we were both still working as well and all that. But yeah, 4 months it took.
Wow.
I'm hoping to do this tutorial quicker than 4 months, but we'll see.
A lot of hard work has gone in, definitely.
Because we're having to figure out how to build it all over again, because last time, we were just winging it really. Right, so once you've done that, come over to your doorway and place 3 blocks to the side of the door on each side. And then all you're going to do then is connect it up to the walls on the sides, so they're going to be your coal bunkers, just like the other room. And take it all the way up to the same height as that.
So, after your watchers have done this room, what's coming up next, if you don't mind me asking?
Another boiler room. There's like 6 of them altogether. This is only the second one.
Bloody hell.
But the reason why each of them are getting a tutorial each is because they are slightly different from each other. It's like this one, when we put the upper deck in, the deck that's above this, when we put that in, that's where the pool was. So we're going to have to make slight alterations to this room there, but you're not really going to have to change the room as such. It's just you have to add a bit of I don't know how to explain it. It's like obviously we need to make room for the pool basically, so it's going to like come into this room a little bit.
Yeah.
Basically, but that's not till we get to the next deck up, which is a while off yet, because we have to finish the boiler rooms, do the reciprocating engine, turbine engine, the propeller shafts and all that sort of thing. Also, MJ Moonwalker did request to put the P bulkhead in, which we will do. I did say that we'll put it in this part, but we might as well leave it towards the end of finishing these sections off, like all the boiler rooms and stuff like that. We'll put it in before we finish off this bottom layer of the ship, so that will be going in. It's just, let's get the boiler rooms and everything done first. So once you've done that, just come to the doorway and place 3 blocks long above it, just like that, just to seal it off. And just make it the same height as the rest of the platform. That never works when I build downwards like that. I see other people do it with ease, and it never works for me. Okay, so once you've done that, we'll do the other side. Pretty simple. You're just bringing it up to height and filling it in. Don't forget though, you are supposed to be putting coal in these bits if you wanted to. It's always easier to put it in before you seal it off, so don't forget about that bit. Just for the sake of saving time in this video, I'll just speed this bit up a little bit. So when you've done that, we're going to go to the opposite side and do pretty much exactly the same thing. So next to your doorway, you want 3 pieces next to your doorway, and then just connect them up to the walls. And then bring them up to height with the platform. Same thing again, don't forget to put your coal in if you want it in there. So you should pretty much know what you're doing at this bit now, so I'll speed this bit up as well, so that you're not sat there waiting. So once all that's filled in, just bring your thingy over like that, over the doorway. Same as we did on the other side. And unlike the last room, there isn't a mysterious doorway that leads into a tiny compartment. Somebody did comment in the comments that that was a pump room, so thanks for telling us about that. That's mystery solved. But we don't have the same thing in this boiler room, and you're just going to do exactly the same on the other side. Remember not to forget your coal.
So from here, where's the next step, Pips?
Well, after we've built this wall up, we'll just be fencing off the platform up above. And then I think from that, we move on to building the boiler. Although, actually thinking about it, I think we might do the lower platform first. In fact, I'm pretty sure that that's what we do next, and then move on to the boiler. I do only build one, and then build the rest off screen, but that's just for the sake of saving time on the videos.
So what used to be there where the fencing is, what was that area?
It's just a bit of a platform, that's just what it looks like on the schematics. I mean, obviously we don't know exactly what these boiler rooms look like, because there's not many pictures of that sort of thing. You just get little snippets and you just got to interpret it best you can. This probably isn't exactly how they looked. So yeah, get your fence and just do it all the way around. Yeah, this probably isn't exactly how the boiler rooms looked, but unless you've got exact pictures, you're never going to really know exactly what they look like.
That's true.
It's just what they kind of looked like on the schematics, really.
I mean, I know a lot of libraries would have archives of, like, pictures and stuff, wouldn't they?
I don't know, possibly.
Yeah.
Right, so from here I make a shortcut, and I think when we come back in, I think we do the lower platform, and then I build the first boiler to show you how to do it, just in case you forgot. And then from there, I think we do the pipe work that comes out of the top of it. And so yeah, I'll see you in a second. Okay, welcome back. So we're just going to get straight on with the lower platform now. Make sure you get your ladders out. So if you come right over to the corner of the wall, it's the second block in, and you need to take your ladders up by 9 blocks. Do exactly the same on the other side. And then you need to start putting your platform in then. It's just too wide. Okay, and then what you want to do is fence it off, but I had a little bit of a stupid moment here. Don't laugh too much at me. I was trying to place a fence down, not realising I still had the ladder in my hand. It took me a few seconds to figure it out. Don't do what I did.
Put a door there.
Yeah. I thought it was my game, messing about initially. Totally forgot that I'd taken the bars off. So I'll just fence that off. And then... So it's 2 blocks in, and then you want to just do your ladder that leads up to the top platform from there.
So is this you building the swimming pools?
No, this isn't the swimming pool. This is just the boiler room.
Ah.
The swimming pool will come later. It is over this section though. That bit that we've just done. It is over that bit. So we're just going to do exactly the same on this side. Second block in. And take your ladders up by 9.
Don't put in a door.
No. Yeah, I didn't mess up on this side. Well, I think everyone has a moment like that, don't they? Or is it just me?
Just you.
Okay, so we're done with the bottom platform. Remember to be putting your lighting in wherever you feel it needs to go. So obviously I didn't want to make the videos too long by doing the lighting and stuff like that. I showed you very briefly in the previous video where to put it. It's entirely up to you really. It depends how well lit you want your room to be. So now we're done with the platforms. We're going to start with placing the boilers. So from this doorway, this first block outside the doorway is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then to the left of that, you want to place a block and you want to make that 3 wide. And you've got a gap of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the 6th block, you're going to do another 3. So that's another boiler. From this one, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the 6th block, make it 3. I think there's a 5 gap between each one, to be honest. They're all the same. And there's actually more boilers in this room than the previous one. There was only 4 in the last room. So I'll show you how to make the first one, and then I'll do the rest off screen. So you want to make sure they're 18 blocks long. They are considerably longer than the previous boilers in the other room. Remember, you don't need to use the exact blocks that we use. Just use whatever you fancy, really.
Pink.
Pink. Oh yeah, you're the one that made us put pink beds in, aren't you?
Yay.
When we were doing the, I think it was the third class things, just putting white bunk beds in there, and she insisted on pink.
Well, you've got girls as well as boys in that cabin.
Okay, so from this point, you want to do 1 out like that, and then go up by 3. And then back in by 1, and then 3 on top, then 1 out, and then 3 down. This should be touching the side walls on this one. There's not a lot of room in this one compared to the other one. So it's exactly the same shape, exactly the same design as the previous room, it's just the longer, that's all. So 1 out, and then 3 up, then 1 in, and 3 on top, 1 out there, and then 3 down, and then 1 back in. You can fill the front in. Remember to take that block out and replace it with an upside down stairs. And just make room for your campfire as well. We're just going to do exactly the same on this side. Just fill the front in. And your upside down stairs piece in the right place. At least I managed to say it this time. And then all you're going to do is connect them up from one side to the other, just like we did in the other room. Like I said, I'm just going to build this one boiler on screen just to I can't speak today. I just can't speak today.
That's fine, everybody has speechless moments, I'm sure.
Because it's so early. I shouldn't have got up so early. But you know what you're doing, because like, from the previous room. Plus you can see exactly what I'm doing on screen anyway. Yeah, it might be easier to do this side first, because it's so close to the wall. Might just be easier to fill this side in first before you do the rest of the boiler.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to Pipkin's page if you're enjoying these tutorials.
Oh yeah, that's always very nice. I have noticed my watch time and everything going up, so that's good. Yeah. It would be nice to hear from more of my subscribers as well. A lot of you are very quiet. I've got like, I think about 225 subscribers right now at this moment in time. And I've probably heard from about 10 of you if I'm lucky. So it's like, if you subscribed, then you must have liked something, so come and say hello. Okay. So next, what do? We're going to get either the campfire or the buttons. Campfire first. I'm to just place that in there, makes it look like an active boiler. Okay. And then I think we get the buttons out next. Remember, you can use dark buttons if you want. We do use dark buttons for the side bits here. Just one there and one there. But I use the lighter buttons further up just so they stand out a bit more.
Polished.
Mm-hmm. Remember, you're just doing them on the first 3 down. You're not covering the boiler in them. Make sure you do the same on the other side.
Cock up.
Okay, and then next we just finish it off with putting carpet on top. You don't have to do this, but it just adds a little bit of detail in there that I like. If something looks like entirely the same colour, it can look a bit boring. So like I said, I only did this one on screen just to remind you of what they looked like and how they were built. I do the other ones off screen just to save time in the video. So as soon as I've finished this boiler off, we'll be making a little cut. And I think from there we do the part work and lead it up to the funnel casing. And then we'll be done for this part. I hope you're still managing to follow along okay and aren't encountering any problems. Like I said, if you do have any problems, leave a comment. I will get back to you rather quickly. Because I get notifications, I tend to reply more or less straight away most of the time. Okay, so before we carry on doing the rest of the boilers, we're just going to make the holes in the coal bunkers like we did last time. So what you want to do, you want to face your boiler, and directly behind that on the wall is where you want to put your hole. You can finish that off with a trapdoor on the bottom as well. I don't think I do it in the video, but it just finishes it off a little bit. So it's just in front of every boiler. And I think we do the same on the other side. So remember, it's just directly in front of your boilers. Finish it off with a trapdoor. That's one of the reasons why I get you to put coal in, because you can see straight through otherwise. And don't forget to put your trapdoors on the bottom of your boilers either, where the opening is. Looks like I did do it in the video. Yeah. So a trapdoor just finishes it off nicely. Do the same on the other side. Don't forget to put your iron door on as well, or whatever door that you're using. Don't forget to put those on as well. So from this point I will put the boilers in myself and I'll be back with you in a moment. Okay, so now we're going to get on with the second half of that funnel casing. So directly on the other side, you need to bring it out by 5. Okay. Just fill it in on that bit as well. And it needs to be 8 long. I did mess up a little bit. I added 8 blocks on top of the block that's already there. But it's 8 blocks in total, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 blocks altogether, not 9 like I've just done there. I do correct it. Yeah, and then you bring it down by an extra 3. And you just fill it in. So it's at this point that you should see whether it matches up or not. Mine didn't, because I did it by an extra block. So just give me a second to correct it. Just had to make a small cut in my audio because a certain someone leaned back on the chair and made an awful lot of noise. It threw me off a little bit.
Now she laughs about it.
And she's still doing it. So obviously it should all match up, because that's just going to be one funnel casing. That's where all the pipes are going to connect up to. So we'll just get that bit figured out and I'll be back with you in a second. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in on the boiler by 9 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and on the 9th block you want to make 2 there. And you want to bring that up by another 2 and then put 1 on the front. And this one leads straight to the funnel casing. That one's the easiest one to do. And then next we're going to go to the boiler to the left, do the same again. Bring it up by another 2 and then 1 on top. Then we're going to go 2 forward, 3 to the left, 4 forward, 3 to the left, 2 forward and 1 to the left. So on this boiler, bring it up by another 2, put an extra piece on top. I'm going to bring it out by 2, then go right by 3, back by 4, and right by 3, back 2 and 1 right. Should start looking like this. So the boiler on the left, bring that up by another 2 and then 1 on top. Then you're going back by 3. Then right by 4. Back 2. Right 3. Up by 1. And then right by 3. you're basically doing exactly the same on the other side. So bring that up by another 2 and an extra 1 on top. And bring it back by 3. Four right, back 2, go right by 3, back 1, and then right 3, and that's your part work done. So it should look like this now. If you need to pause the video just to check you've done it right, feel free to do so. So before we wrap the video up, we forgot to do the side walls, just on these top bits here. That's if you want the side walls, you might want to keep it as black, it's entirely up to you. It's not going to make any difference to the room. We'll just get that bit filled in, and that's our last task for this video. I hope you've managed to follow along okay. You don't have any problems. And don't forget, if you are enjoying these videos, you know, like and subscribe. You know, maybe tell your friends about it if they enjoy Minecraft as well. They might enjoy a project like this. So we're just going to do the other side wall as well. So yes, I will try and get, this week especially because I'm off work, I'll try and get a couple of videos done for you, but I can't necessarily commit to that every week. I will try my best. So when we're finally through with the Titanic, if there's any other projects that you might like me to maybe do a tutorial on, I'm up for that. I'm always up for a challenge. You know, feel free to drop in the comments any ideas that you might have, although it might be a while till we get to that point. So that is the boiler room finished now. Hope you're happy with the look of it. So as you can see, those boilers were considerably bigger than the first ones that we did, and there was more in there. We've got the funnel casing in. That should match up perfectly with the other Titanic that it's next to. You'll be able to see that it lines up. So yeah, I hope you followed along okay. Any problems, let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you and try and help you out as best I can. Don't forget, if you enjoy these videos, to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next part. Thanks for watching.